Hey yo, we're here for a Smackdown review. Corporate Chris. The name will eventually catch on, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Um, so this live Smackdown blast from the past was from Hampton, Virginia, and
What a poor crowd.
it was dreadful, dreadful crowd all the way through. And, you could just tell that, from the beginning that the Smackdown was just.
But it makes me think, how bad is it? The crowd from like Miami a couple of weeks ago, it's just made you realise how bad some audiences are.
Yeah, I mean, like Deep Bryan couldn't even get over, but we'll get to that in a bit. But horrible crowd from, Hampton, Virginia. So, it's announced that we get a Piper Spit with Deep Bryan later on. So, they announced that to keep the viewers in, because I guess some people might have tuned out because the crowd was so shit, but you never know. So, Mean Gene Okerlund kicked off SmackDown. He brought out Sheamus, and something, was going around that, rumors are going around on WWE.com or whatever that John Laurinaitis was gonna, there was gonna be consequences for Sheamus, and Johnny Ace was gonna punish him and whatever. So Sheamus came out, apologized to Chad Patton and to the other referees and to everyone else around the world and blah blah blah.
That was a quite decent apology, I suppose.
Yeah, and
sincere.
Yeah, it was a sincere apology. He actually meant it. And then the greatest general manager of all time, the executive vice president of talent relations, and the now permanent general manager of Monday Night Raw and also
SmackDown.
And also Friday Night SmackDown.
With two Twitter names. At GM SmackDown and at GM Raw.
Really?
Yeah, at the bottom it had two different Twitter names. That's how good he is.
Oh.
Most important person in WWE.
And he came out and he demanded that Sheamus apologise to Chad Patton. Sheamus starts arguing, already done that.
We saw some quality managerial skills.
Yeah, that was great management.
It sounds like a joke, but
he's a great leader.
It is true. At first, you sort of sounds like a joke, but then when you think about it, like you think about, I don't know how long ago it was, when the COO Triple H was in charge, and it was like, yeah, chaos everywhere, and all this, and then like Laurinaitis took over, and everyone thought it was a bit of a joke, but he is like establishing leadership. Think about it.
He's a phenomenal leader.
He
should be, just like Michael Cole said, he should be running for president. I mean, he made Sheamus apologise again to Chad Patton publicly, and then again to the referees, again to everyone else.
When Sheamus started pulling the smile, and he was like, "This is not a laughing matter. Just see me smiling."
That's what a boss should be, not a Teddy Long and be like, "Holla holla, player, we're gonna have a tag team match." And so Sheamus is now on permanent probation. So the second he fucks up, he's fired. And one confusing thing.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
With this 500 grand thing.
They said that he'll be given if he touches a referee by accident or on purpose or whatever, he'll be given a $500,000 fine. But they said if he touches it.
That's what John Laurinaitis said, yeah. And then later on in the night, on commentary, Michael Cole said that Sheamus was fined $500,000.
I know it's hard to disagree with Michael Cole because he's right 99% of the time, but
it's John Laurinaitis.
Yeah.
He's the executive vice president of talent relations. He knows more about it. Come on. Can't argue with Johnny Ace. So, I mean, that's fair, unbiased. General manager, man in charge. Permanent probation, I think that's lenient.
Yeah.
500,000, that's... I mean, personally, I would have put it to $1 million. So, John Laurinaitis actually being kind there to Sheamus. So, yeah, and then John Laurinaitis set up the main event for later on, which was Sheamus and Hall of Famer Mean Gene against No Reaction Alberto Del Rio and my main man Deep Bryan.
Can't wait to talk about the main event.
Then after that, we've got a little backstage segment with Cowboy Bob and Randy Orton. Nothing special.
And
But
average father-son chat.
Yeah, but what was great is curtain jerk of Randy Orton.
Curtain jerker. It's got to be the best description for Randy Orton recently.
Yeah, he's just...
You get people opening the show like Randy Orton, the number 2 guy or whatever he is, the number 15 guy.
He's nothing now, is he? Finally, WWE... It seems like finally WWE have realised that Orton's not all what they thought of him.
Yeah.
You
I know he was opening the show against Mark Henry, but at least Mark Henry's main eventing on Raw.
Mm. And it's just, when was the last time that Orton did anything significant?
Yeah. When was the last time he held a championship? It wasn't even that long ago.
Well, yeah, it wasn't that long ago, but it seems ages.
Yeah.
Well, he lost the world title to Mark Henry on Night of Champions, which was what, September?
I suppose it was a while, but
since then he's done literally nothing.
Just consistently rolling downhill.
Yeah, is he ever going to get back up to the main event? Hopefully not.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope he loses a spot to Rhodes, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's what Rhodes deserves.
If Randy Orton's just there each and every week, just in the middle of the card or opening up the show and the commentators are like, oh yeah, here's Randy Orton. And then the show is mainly about like D. Bryan and Sheamus and whatever. I'd much rather see D. Bryan in the main event than Randy
big
Orton.
fan of D. Bryan. He's in my fave 5. He has to be.
But
I might have a bit of a Booker T fave 5, but
but the thing is, when just going back to that backstage segment with Cowboy Bob and Randy, when the camera went on Randy, like the crowd went nuts, and it's like, how can you go that nuts for Randy Orton?
But then,
boring.
Yeah, I've had enough talking about Orton, right?
Yeah, let's move on. Well, actually, what Kane did.
There was an alright match.
Well, yeah,
Henry and
the match was okay.
Yeah, it was standard.
But it was about what Kane did, which was once again, Kane saves us. On Raw, Kane saved us from those idiots, and now he saved us from Randy Orton. Took out Cowboy Bob backstage. He came up on the Tron and said a few words.
Typical Kane promo in his voice with his dim lights.
Yeah, and then Orton runs backstage and Kane attacks him with a lead pipe and lays him out. And
quote of the night by Kane.
I'm a sucker for family reunions. So thank you, Kane, once again. Second night in a row, you do something absolutely amazing. First of all, you got rid of the 3 idiots, and now you get rid of Randy Orton. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And then, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at, like, 99 pounds, soaking wet with a brick in each pocket.
Yeah, he has to be.
Benny Kamer. The absolute greatest jobber ever.
It was only about a month ago we were talking that we don't see enough jobbers.
Yeah.
Just there in the ring.
Like Colin Delaney.
Yeah.
And now we get Benny Kamer.
And a small bit of better mic skills than Randy Orton again this week.
Look, he actually put Randy Orton to shame on the mic.
With his 6 words.
And think about it, he was that good on the mic that the $1 Million Man, Tony Atlas, Pat Patterson and Hillbilly Jim were there backstage watching him. So Benny Kamer, which I do think is the absolute greatest jobber name ever. Can you top that?
Yeah.
Benny Kamer.
Well, we'll find out next week when Ryback comes out.
Well, I don't know if Benny Kamer's beatable, but hey. So Ryback wins with 2 moves, and that's probably shortest squash match, one of the shortest squash matches ever, isn't it? Yeah,
I suppose. But what a deadly clothesline. I'm sorry. I didn't expect it out of nowhere.
He must have knocked him out.
He just took his head off.
Yeah, he landed on the back of his head. That was like 10 times better than JBL.
In a pile on the floor, just picked him up and just... I don't know what he calls it.
Like inverted angle slam.
Yeah, of
Some,
course
it's a
it's
very
inverted angle
well,
slam, but
it's a variation of an angle slam, really.
yeah,
But yeah, so obviously Vince McMahon has probably sat there backstage, right back. You know, like
he does
loves it.
have the classic Vince image, but I I will see. I don't mind him.
He's
I think he's alright.
he's like a Goldberg, isn't he?
Yeah, we'll see what he can do.
Mm. Hopefully he
You
can
can't
move
really
around with
tell.
2 moves. Right. Um. So we get some little backstage segment with Tyson Kidd and Heath Slater, and we find out that for later on in the night, Jimmy Hart is the manager for Heath Slater and
Jimmy
Tyson
Hart
Kidd.
never aged a day in his whole career.
No, always look the same every day of his life. So for this next match, Heath Slater and Tyson Kidd versus the Usos,
It's good to
was
see the
true.
Usos again.
Yeah,
Big fan.
they treated this a bit special, didn't they? They brought Mick Foley out for commentary, and they had Jimmy Hart and Heath Slater's and Tyson Kidd's corner.
Yeah, I suppose.
You know,
But what Heath Slater winds me up a little bit. I think he's a bit.
one man Southern rock band.
Yeah, it's such a bad. Like, what was he saying? He was called. Someone called him the like next honky tonk man or something.
Yeah, no, not in a million years. Like, if he ever wins the Intercontinental title, they might as well just make the championship defunct.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's a good explanation.
yeah. So basically the Usos get the pin on Slater, and then Mick Foley, does the mandible claw on Jimmy Hart. Nothing really
Yeah. But
special.
the main thing about this match, well, nicely noting up, keeping an eye on Twitter throughout the live Smackdown, in which Super Smackdown was trending for pretty much an hour and a half in near top spot, was Dean Ambrose, #1 trend for about 15 minutes, and he's not even on the main roster. FCW's Dean Ambrose, and I'm going to be honest in saying I don't really even know who he is.
Yeah, I mean he's got that thing with Mick Foley.
Yeah.
It was something at WrestleMania, was it?
Where
That
he was.
he had a little bust up with Mick Foley, part of the storyline. So when he comes in, they're just going to show footage.
But if it's part of a storyline and he's gonna come in, and that was a nice time to sort of bring him there, especially seeing as though so many people social networking and like talking about him.
Yeah, so just because Foley was on TV, Dean Ambrose was he #1 trend?
Yeah, #1 trend, even above the advertisement.
I mean, I hate Twitter. I think it's a lot of shit, but
You got
Dean
to listen
Ambrose.
to it, really.
Dean
At the end
Ambrose.
of the day.
I mean, like guys, fill me in. Dean Ambrose, who is he any good?
I know what he looks like on his bio on FCW, and that's about it.
Yeah, pretty much. Just probably gonna just be like a Johnny Curtis. Just comes in, looks good, has one match, and we'll never see him
You're
again.
crying over spilt milk.
Yeah. So we get to the best part of the show. Piper's Pit. I couldn't wait for it. Piper's Pit never disappoints, really, does it?
Yeah, it's true.
With D. Bryan, you knew he was going to be good. It could have been better, but could have had Cena and Lesnar.
Yeah, I suppose, but they're not gonna have
Yeah.
a Cena Lesnar Piper's Pit, not now.
Especially on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like,
They won't waste the star power, so to speak, even though they're wasting it in Extreme Rules anyway.
Lesnar won't want to work Tuesdays. But
Probably don't want to work Mondays.
doesn't have to. He's got enough money to retire. So, we get the announcement that finally we're actually going to get D. Bryan and Sheamus on a pay-per-view. And it's about time. Like,
And we maybe actually get to see a match.
Like, an actual match between D. Bryan and Sheamus. 2 out of 3 falls. Extreme Rules. I can't freaking wait.
Yeah.
My main man, D. Bryan, walking out new World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, I would like to see that. Oh, to be honest, I'd like to see him put on a decent match.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while since we've even... I'm disappointed from WrestleMania. I was still looking forward to seeing them have a nice battle at WrestleMania, but... We'll see a 2 out of 3 falls match, I suppose.
And what I'm hoping is that AJ won't be at ringside.
Hmm.
Because it looks like she might be now. Because she was kissing up to D. Bryan saying that despite what he's said and done, he's still a good person, and it's her fault, and she apologised that she left the ring when Dee Bry told her to. Where they're going with this?
I don't understand it all, to be honest. I just, what a legend Daniel Bryan is. I'm sorry. Just there was the segment where Dee Bryan was telling her to just get out of the ring and leave after Piper brought her down, saying it's his show, and then he was saying to her, no, stay, and Dee Bryan's like, just leave.
Yeah,
just
if
get
you
out.
really do love me, then you'll get out of the ring right now. She just walked out, so it looks like Dee Bryan probably will come back with AJ and
give him an excuse if he loses, I suppose.
Just get AJ away from Dee Bryan. That's the last thing he needs. A woman. What's the point? Dee Bryan, just let him go out there and do his thing. So yeah, bullshit. Don't really want to talk about it, but might as well just say how bad it was. You missed it.
Well, yeah, I went to the kitchen for about, I think I put the microwave on for 2 minutes, and before it even beeped, I came back in and missed the whole match.
Carly, Natalya, and Alicia Fox beat the Bellas and Drew McIntyre, and then what did you see at the end?
I just came in to see Mae Young come out and a nice swift kick by the Titantron to Carly's lower shin for her to give him a nice tongue kiss.
Come on, old chicken makes good soup.
King Booker.
Now, I'm wondering if the American viewers or Canadian viewers or any other viewers got this, or if it's just us, or
if it was maybe like an advertisement for a show, or
basically, did anyone hear the Undertaker's gong go off for like a split second? Literally, not. It was like for half a second.
It was like duh, and then cut to a break.
Yeah, so that was interesting. Why would they play the Undertaker's gong?
It can't have been for like a live, like coming to UK for us, because he wouldn't be there. So
I mean, and there wouldn't be like a WrestleMania thing saying like, "Oh, we just had the greatest match of all time against Triple H," because they would play Metallica, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So, and that got me excited then. So throughout the whole of the adverts, I was there on the edge of my seat waiting for the Undertaker, but wasn't to be. Then we get a little Damien Sandow package, and I'm liking this guy.
It's the first real time I've seen him properly. I missed him on SmackDown before.
He's his vocabulary. He is sophisticated.
But it makes me think: is his vocabulary like that, or is he reading lines?
Yeah, well, he's blatantly reading lines.
But you get reading lines, but then you get people like Chris Jericho. I know he's one of the best on the mic, but he's still. I imagine him talking like this. Genuinely, I can't imagine this guy actually talking to you like this.
Not a chance. But the funny thing is, he was saying about how shit Twitter is and how everyone depends on it and whatever. Yet,
currently, as he's talking.
Yeah, as he came up on the screen, it came up Damien Sandow at the Damien Sandow. Come on. Like, why would you do that?
He can't complain if he gets no Twitter followers, I suppose.
Then
I want to say one thing. It must be since maybe... I'm trying to think. I think you gave more of a reaction from this next one than when Brock Lesnar came out on Raw the night after WrestleMania.
I went nuts for this. Oh, my favourite segment on SmackDown, like, this year. And he won. My main man, Hunico. Come out in his little chopper.
Accompanied by Camacho.
Yeah. Soundly defeated Hacksaw Jim Duggan via disqualification. Because Sergeant Slaughter and Jim Duggan decided to cheat because they knew they were washed up and they couldn't get the job done properly against
Sarge passing him a nice
future
2x4.
Yeah, and hit Hunico, future clearly WWE champion.
Well, he was saying beforehand, Hunico, how he should concentrate on him, the future of WWE.
He is Hunico, phenomenal talent. My main man, that's first victory of the year.
Is it?
Hunico, yeah. Come on, think about it. That's his first victory against Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Well, that's
in your face, Mr. Out, and you got Jim Duggan on your team. How do you feel? Hunico. this next bit was hilarious.
It was comedy gold.
With Cody Rhodes, you know, this was really quite a short segment. You know, they were rushing it for time because it was live, so they had to just squeeze it in quickly. And I was kind of disappointed with the way that the segment went down because you could tell it was rushed.
Surely. Yeah, I suppose you could. The way they gave.
You know, I mean, Cody Rhodes just quickly came out and for about a minute he spoke about the Big Show and the legends hogging the spotlight. Then Dusty's music hit. You know, Dusty gets on the mic and he barely gets any mic time whatsoever.
30 seconds max.
Yeah, and then Cody just cuts him off and says, "You're embarrassing me," and goes to walk off. And then Big Show, you know, comes out and gives us another embarrassing Cody Rhodes moment, along with a really impressive Dusty impression.
I was sat down there thinking to myself whether I could improvise the Dusty impression. I just thought that Big Show did it perfectly.
Yeah, Big Show's impression of Dusty was brilliant. But the embarrassing moment for dashing Cody Rhodes. God, that was embarrassing, wasn't it? That was the ultimate embarrassment. And then they just ended.
But it cut to not even, like many of the promos from, say, early 2010 was it, where he was dashing Cody Rhodes. But it cut to one where he's putting on lipstick
and like...
slow motion.
That was pretty humiliating. But yeah, and then that was it.
Yeah.
You know, Dusty got no mic time whatsoever.
A little bit of dancing.
You know, Big Show was like the centre of attention. You know, like, well, not centre of attention. Cody was the centre of attention, but Big Show got more mic time than Cody and Dusty. I was well looking forward to.
When I saw Cody, I didn't expect it. I thought we were having main event up next.
Yeah.
And instead, we got left with about.
Yeah, so
15 minutes.
But yeah, so Dusty, next time you're loved. So yeah, just next time Dusty gets the mic, let him have it for another 5 minutes extra. You can't give Dusty the mic and just have him talk for 10 seconds and that's it. You can't do that. So then the main event was my main man, the future World Heavyweight Champion D. Bryan, and Mr. No reaction whatsoever from the crowd, Alberto Del Rio.
Make the comment on just as his entrance comes. Again, hear the door slam of the car.
And people actually, you know, got their cameras out to take pictures of the car, not Del Rio.
Of his 1978 Rolls Royce 28-inch rims.
And, yeah, gold plated. What do WWE see in Del Rio? Literally, you could hear a pin drop. Like, it was crickets.
The only thing I like about him is Ricardo, and I just can't help it. He's got a likeable factor about him.
Yeah, Ricardo's
He's got the it factor.
And the thing is, it's not even anything to... Well, it's Del Rio's ring announcer.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd rather see him every week than Del Rio.
Like, there's nothing good about Del Rio. Actually, just Del Rio himself. There's nothing good about him. I mean, he's boring on the mic. You can put on a good match against some people, but always works on the arm, so it just gets boring. And no reaction at all. How does he get into the main event and 2 WWE titles, a Royal Rumble, and the Money in the Bank?
This is, you know what we're not thinking about. This is a reaction for a Royal Rumble winner. A 2-time WWE champ.
Crickets. And then you look at Zack Ryder, and you look at Santino Marella and Brodus Clay, who are getting reaction 100 times bigger than Del Rio, and they're just floating.
Matt Young's pop on SmackDown was
it was
20 times
gigantic compared to ADR's. Yet ADR has got a future world title match after, you know, D. Bryan and Sheamus finished their business at Extreme Rules. ADR's the #1 contender.
For D. Bryan's world title, then?
Yeah, it's just... Oh. So, they took on and lost to the very dominant team of Mean Gene Okerlund and Sheamus because the legends came down. And
wasn't really...
It was what, 5-minute match. The only notable thing about this was Howard Finkel doing the, introducing
that
Mean
was
Gene
nice to hear. To be honest, this match was a bit.
You actually fell
Oh
asleep.
yeah, I was.
You fell asleep.
Yeah, we have an excuse because it's 3 in the morning, but
Yeah.
I was just nodding, really.
Pat Patterson still got a right hand on the money.
Oh yeah, I woke up to a and seeing a
Nice
right hook.
Pat Patterson right hook. So Hillbilly Jim was out there, $1 Million Man, Jim Duggan, everyone came out, but Mick Foley.
Yeah, why not?
Well, he
but it's
had his little thing with Jimmy Hart. But hey, and then at the end, just to top it off, great finish to SmackDown. Pat Patterson laying out Michael Cole, your main man.
That's not good at all.
That was wonderful.
See, that a couple of weeks ago we have #1 trend worldwide, Michael Cole. And now he's being laid out by Pat Patterson.
A 70-year-old Hall of Famer.
Mr. WrestleMania.
Hall of Famer. Pat Patterson.
Future Hall of Famer and Michael Cole.
Future endeavoured.
So, the day Michael Cole gets future endeavoured, I'll stop watching wrestling.
Oh, you wouldn't. You watch it even more because JR will be back on commentary.
I can't ever imagine Cole getting future endeavoured.
Who'd replace him?
I don't know.
Jack
No one can
Corpella.
replace him. Scott Stanford.
Oh, come on. CM Punk.
That is true. Punk has some good commentary.
Hangs up his boots to join Booker T on the announce booth.
Once Jericho embarrasses him.
So what did you actually think of SmackDown overall this week?
I'm never a big fan of SmackDown anyway, to be honest.
I mean, this was the first ever live SmackDown I've ever seen, and it's only like the third SmackDown that I've watched in the past year.
We have to keep it up on keeping up the SmackDowns, but it's probably going to be an effort after this one.
Yeah, I mean, this wasn't really a SmackDown that would want to make me keep watching, but then again, it was just
it was a Legends
thing, so we can't really judge off of that.
What they call it, a blast from the past.
Blast from the past, so yeah, But, I mean, whatever, take it what it is, but I'm sure next week's SmackDown's going to be better.
Yeah.
And
hopefully we see a bit more Cody on next week's SmackDown, a bit more.
Hopefully we see Hunico have a nice long match. And
I'm really hoping they do something with the Usos.
They've got charisma.
I think they've got a lot. And they're not the best in-ring workers, but
they're the best tag team.
Yeah, they're the best tag team that we have.
I mean, Epico and Primo.
What's all this? They're saying something about how Epico and Primo are having getting angry over Twitter or some storyline like that I've been reading all week, but it's not going to make a difference if they're not showing up on live TV. Who cares? I haven't seen the tag team titles in about 2 months.
Yeah.
I forgot what they look like. The other day I was thinking about it and I was thinking of the old school square ones and I was like, oh no, they've changed. Because we don't even see them.
Yeah, they had the tag title match at Mania, but no, it's not worthy enough of being
on TV. We'd rather watch Flo Rida and Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah. So they started the tag title match on pre-show. But hey, so do you reckon Randy Orton's going to continue to be a curtain jerker next week?
We'll find out. Jerking the curtain every week.
Hopefully.
He didn't appear on Raw.
Curtain jerker on SmackDown. What's next? He's going to be on Superstars.
We'll see him on NXT.
Come on.
With Derek Bateman.
He's going to be a rookie.
Titus O'Neil.
So yeah, we're going to cut it off at this. First review on In Your House show channel. And it's got nearly half an hour.
In our house.
Yeah. Ta-ta for now.